We need to be more excited about local elections than, but the media is a big thing for, this election, the presidential election, but we need to worry about local elections because even with the president, even if they pass they don't pass law, but bills and and things like that, right? But it still goes down to states govern states. So it depends on who you put in there locally. Even if they get certain funds, they may not allocate them properly.
Yeah, but perception-wise, though, like who you gonna go see? You gonna go see the local artists from around your way, or you gonna see Jeezy?
But also, you can't, this is what happened in 2020. A lot of people were kind of thinking like you're thinking. Oh, it doesn't really matter who the president is. No, it matters.
No, I didn't say it didn't matter.
It matters who the president is.
I never said it didn't matter.
Let me say this. Look at what's happening right now. Everybody's up in arms about the Supreme Court justice and their ruling about Trump having complete immunity. Why? How did we get to that point? Well, you had Trump become president, and he had two people that he put onto the Supreme Court justice and gave them the majority.
Yeah.
And so it does matter. That does matter. Who your president is does matter. Okay. What happened with it? They overturned Roe versus Wade. And now they come in here and now they're saying that a president is basically a king. And so like when you look at it that way, it does matter who your president is. Listen, we all need to be more informed politically because it does have consequences on us and it does affect our day to day. I mean, in this state right now, I think that they do have a ban on abortion. So like, it does matter to somebody who happens to get pregnant and, they have to go 2-3 states over. And who knows, do they have the resources to do that? A lot of people don't even have cars. And like you're talking about the gas that it takes to get to, 2 states over or whatever. So
yeah, it matters, but your local, never said it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Your local politicians, who even for who they vote for as sheriffs, don't you know? As sheriffs, they have Republican and Democratic. They under those same tickets as well.
Right.
Your local politicians who you vote for, that what affects you on the day-to-day basis. That's what we need to get enthused about. When you want some things or certain zonings for businesses, sitting at city council board, and it's open to the public because you're a taxpayer. These are things we need to be definitely more involved in. I'm saying just as much as we care about presidential election, because at the end of the day, it matters, but states govern their own states. Right. Even Obama said, look, I can't really I don't have the legislation to interfere with certain states. They govern their own states. That's why it's called the United States.
Yeah.
They govern themselves. They only can do but so much at an executive branch. And truth be told, we had to take U.S. history and all that stuff in high school, right? So technically, the president really only runs the military. He does not run the country. Congress runs the country. They would never like you said, they don't want a king. They would never let one man run the whole country. Then you will get a Donald Trump who don't really care about the Constitution.
Yeah, monarch.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Then what that do is that fall into fascism. You don't want that. Then then we got a Putin on our hand. You don't want that. So Congress runs the country. The president has the power to veto bills and pass laws. But when I was in the military, when you was in the military, every Monday morning we had to do something called motor staples, where you had to fall in formation, and they had to make sure every platoon, every company, every battalion, every brigade accountable for it. And I remember my first sergeant got on us because some of us would show up late and try to get up. He said, look, this accountability goes all the way up to the president. That's why this says to take an act of Congress to bust down an E7, which is a sergeant first class. Take an act of Congress. You can snatch anybody else, but you can't do that once you get certain high. I got to go all the way up to Congress. The president runs the military. Yeah. Congress runs the country. You see what I'm saying? So the local laws is what's really going to affect you.